Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kalika and you're going to be nicer to retail workers after watching this video. Please use paper bags whenever possible. Today we ran out of paper bags. This is largely on part of one of my co-workers who is always trying to do her part for the environment. Every customer she rings up, would you like paper or plastic? If they don't care, she goes with paper. I completely support this, even though it's kind of a pain to bag for her. She is very passionate about minimizing waste and recycling. Except today our manager came in to tell her she isn't allowed to offer a choice anymore. Only bust out paper if she's specifically asked to. According to our sympathetic manager, corporate has asked that we don't use paper bags without being asked to specifically since they're more expensive. If we want to be more environmental, we can suggest they buy a reusable bag. Here's the kicker. This co-worker informed me that many people have said they would have used paper bags if they knew we had them. They're hidden from the public eye. Literally, they are kept in a hard to see place under the check stands. You can't see them. So, I am telling everybody, since we aren't allowed to ask you for your preference, this is a general statement. We have paper bags. A lot of grocery stores do, even if it isn't obvious. Please ask for your groceries in paper if you can. If not for the environment, then do it to stick it to the greedy corporate jerks. Tell your friends. I'm gonna ask for paper whenever I shop now, just because we aren't allowed to tell people that we have them while they're checking out. No, you can't park in the fire lane. This happened a few months ago when we still had our former store manager. We have issues with customers parking just wherever. 3 of our parking rows have disabled parking at the end closest to the store. Anything past those spaces are driving lanes. People will park 4 deep and only leave enough room for 1 car to squeeze past. They also park in the fire lane, which blocks access to propane, ice, the outdoor garden area, etc. Our former store manager would not let us confront customers and ask them to move or inform them they're in a no parking zone. Instead, he would have us call the non-emergency police number and have them ticketed and towed. I was exiting the garden area after a break and a lady stopped me. "Can I park here while I run inside to pay for those flowers and grab a few other things?" "Ma'am, I can't tell you that you can't park here, but I can tell you if you do, someone from customer service will be calling the police and you'll be ticketed and towed." "What? Can I or not?" Again, I cannot tell you that you can or can't park here, but I can tell you that if you do, the police will come, you'll be given a ticket of around $125, towed for about $90, and each day your car is in the impound lot is $85. Quit talking in riddles and just answer me. I cannot tell you where you can and cannot park. I can only tell you that if you park there, you will be ticketed and towed. Is it so goddamn hard to answer a question? Can I park here? Ma'am, please listen to me carefully. I cannot, as I'm not allowed to, tell you that you cannot park here. What I can tell you is if you park anywhere that is not a clearly marked parking space as designated by the white lines, and park here in the fire lane which is marked yellow and has no parking signs every 4 foot, store policy is to call the police. If your car is parked in a clearly marked no parking zone, you will get a ticket that is usually around $125. The police will then call for a tow. They will charge you $90 for the tow. Then, on top of that, you cannot retrieve your car until the ticket and the tow fee are paid. They will charge you $85 each day your car is impounded. Now, if it is worth $300 minimum to park in a clearly marked no parking zone, by all means, stay. I'm not allowed to tell you not to park there. And she heads into the shop. So I head straight to the service desk to call it in. She came out to find her car being pulled into the tow truck. Of course, after screaming at the police, she came in to yell at me that my answer was too vague. The former store manager took over at that point. "Ma'am, were there signs that said no parking? Then that's all that's needed. I don't allow my employees to risk injury by being ran over by someone mad when they're told they can't park somewhere. Now have a pleasant day." Yes, she called corporate. New store manager's policy is to nicely inform them that they cannot park here, then call the police if they refuse to move. 2 people have already just avoided being hit. I think I like the old policy better. Okay, so I thought former store manager's policy was a little bit much. Like, why wouldn't you just be able to straight up tell a customer that their car is in a no parking zone? But then to read when the new store manager makes that policy, that customers feel the need to try and run people over with their cars? Does that not sound a bit mad to you? Couple travel far to store after misreading website. Blames company when they realise. Hi guys, thought I'd tell you about the most memorable customers I've had in the last couple of years I've worked in retail. First, I'll need to give some context. It'll be important later. So I work in an urban sports store, skateboards, stunt scooters, etc. in a small town, so naturally our stock isn't anything compared to the other store in the franchise, which has a massive warehouse with all our stuff. Most sales come from the website the bigger store operates, so patrons come in thinking we have that particular item when we don't. We offer to order it from the warehouse and have it delivered to us in a few days, but as you'd expect, people aren't aware of this and are often pretty disappointed. To try and combat this, we asked head office to put a notice on our store's page on the website to call ahead and check and order it in if needed. Simple? Of course not. So it was around 5 PM yesterday afternoon a couple walked in, and I had that gut feeling they're going to be a pain in the ass. They walked around the small storefront, and I mean small. Some living rooms are bigger than our store, mumbling to each other in confusion until they walked over to the counter. Let's call him Richard and myself. Hi there, how can I help? Hi, we came in to buy a pair of ice skates for my kid. Oh, sorry, we don't stock ice skates in the store unfortunately. However, we do have many on our website that you can have ordered to your house on a one-day delivery. Or if you're local, we can order them in to get here in the next couple of days. Excuse me? We've driven 2 hours from the place that's quite far away to get these skates because your store lied to us. This is not acceptable. We've had customers visit wanting ice skates before, specifically figure skating ones. However, they were all local and few and far between. The nearest ice rink is miles away, and due to the low interest we don't stock them. However, I found it very fishy that they said they were lied to, so I probed further. Oh wow, I'm really sorry to hear that. Who told you that we had them? Your website. It says on the page on your store. I'm going to post all about this on social media. This is awful from your brand. Awesome, a place to dig. Maybe head office messed up and said we stocked them. I head to the page and read the bio. Nothing on ice skates. Even said to call us to check. Cool. They either misread or are lying to cover their back. But they were already irate and I hadn't lost enough of the will to live to call them out on it. I eventually calmed them down, like the littlest bit, and told them that I'll talk to my manager later about this. I was the only one in at the time, and told them where the nearest skates could be bought. To be fair, they were an hour away and would be closed by then. When they realised they weren't going to get anything, they had a mini storm out of the store. After I had a small 5-minute what the frick just happened break, I DM'd my manager what happened and I forgot about it. Earlier today, I came into work to support a stock delivery, no ice skates unfortunately, and filled in my colleague on what happened. After finishing and waiting for a customer to come in, it was a Tuesday early afternoon after all, I noticed a notification coming from the store's Slack account. I clicked to see what it was, and the mad lad Richard left a comment on a post on the company's social media account. I won't put what he said, since it's quite identifiable, but to paraphrase, it wasn't exactly PG-13. The pair of us had a good laugh, especially at the comments on the Slack message. Example, why did he not just call ahead? What I didn't notice was, colleagues saw the guy's handle and looked through his profile. Dear God, I have never seen another human bitch and moan like this one did. I think at one point he complained the french fries at a supermarket cafeteria were burnt. They were crispy at best from the picture he posted. Oh yeah, and there was so much right-wing stuff it was insane. Later my manager got in contact with head office and confirmed my end of the story. Afterwards, we found out later on Google Maps that there were 2 figure skating stores in the city he came from, Intelligence 100. I've had a few interesting customers in the last few years in retail, but holy hell, that was a heck of a saga. Hope you guys had a laugh as well. To me, he sort of sounds like a person who would go out of their way to be able to make a post on Facebook bashing a company. Maybe he's done it in the past successfully and gotten free stuff from it from companies? I don't know. Sounds a little fishy to me. Okay, so that's all for r/Tales from Retail. I really hope you did enjoy it. As always, if you do want to see more content like this, then please do subscribe. My Twitter, Discord, and Patreon links are in the description, and any support is greatly appreciated. And as it's Sunday, I also want to say a massive thank you to my wonderful patrons. BackwardsDDog, Tyler Miller, Jen Burton, Jens Banning, Bo Walker, Princess Kate, Skyler A, Elizabeth Filmore, Stephen Arnowitt, and Anonymous. And a lovely warm welcome to our 2 new patrons, Shagar and Koltin. Thank you all so much for your support. Mwah. That's for you, but keep it between us, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Bye!